driving to get some pizza right now, and I figured record a little video and give backstory on my life, because I don't really do that in my videos, and people are probably wondering, who is this guy talking to me about changing my life for the better? What the heck does he know? And sometimes I wonder if I do know a thing or two or not. But on the flip side of things, I also believe that I know quite a bit about changing one's life, because I have been just about anybody and everybody I could be in my life. So to start, when I was young, I used to want to be a herpetologist, which is not somebody who wants to study herpes. It is somebody like Jeff Corwin or Steve Irwin, who studies reptiles and amphibians. So from a very young age, that was something that I was very, very passionate about. And really from a young age, I've always just been incredibly passionate about life and the things in it. It's probably better, easier to hear me now, windows up. But yeah, I really wanted to do that. And I'm not sure why I really didn't pursue that. I think it was because when I was 9-10 years old, my mom and dad got a divorce, and honestly, that was incredibly hard on me. And it may seem like nothing to some people, but yeah, that crushed me. And when I was 11, I had my first drink of alcohol. I snuck some vodka down into my grandma's basement and mixed it with some orange juice, and I got drunk for the first time when I was 11. And I think since then I went in such a downward spiral from doing that multiple more times to walking the streets in the countryside, not the streets of the hood or anything, but the countryside, and I would be picking up cigarette butts that were halfway smoked, and I'd be smoking them. Obviously not very healthy and not really a smart thing to do at all. And yeah, it's hard, really harder than I thought it was going to be. But I got my younger brother into that, because he obviously looked up to me. And so then when I was 13, I had a good friend who I used to catch frogs with, I used to catch snakes with, and just play outside, and he was one of my first actual friends. And he was smoking a joint in his grandpa's pole barn with another older fella that I had just met when I was young. And yeah, I smoked the joint with him, and I was 13 years old, and rode my bike back to my house because it was just down the road, and it was just the best feeling I had felt in a long, long time. I just fell in love with the cannabis plant from then forward. I just remember that time where I was riding home on my bike, and it's like dusk, and my driveway kept getting further away as I was riding towards it. Like, that was just a strange experience, but a little bit funny, but not so funny. I'm 13 years old, and my dad's not in the house anymore, and it's just my mom trying to raise three boys, me being the oldest, and then I had two brothers as well, still have them. But yeah, that kicked off a lifetime so far of smoking pot, and then getting into some harder things in my later teen years, in my early 20s. And I just justified the cannabis plant because of all the benefits that there are of it. Like, there are so many benefits. everything out of it. There's such a good medicine for folks, and it really can be a fun time. But it is not a fun time when you're young and your mind's developing and you're using it every single day to escape the pains of life. That's what I was doing, unknowingly, the whole time. And during those early teen years, I also had some incredible psychedelic mushroom experiences. I have had multiple ego deaths, and I felt like I met our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, when I was on 4 or 5 grams of them. I saw him right in the ceiling tiles, and he dropped me to my knees, and my arms shot straight out to the side, and I couldn't control it. I was listening to music. I was a mixed martial arts fighter for a long time. I was training for that, and under that substance, the songs that I had playing in my headphones, like 5 or 6 of them, synced together with the experience that I was having. And yeah, that was an amazing, life-changing experience, but it's not actual reality. It gives you a glimpse of things that are beyond our senses, but it's not true reality. I was trying to escape what I had going on because I never got through that trauma of my parents divorcing. And I also had super hard relationships. I had a heartbreak that happened early on in my late teens, and I didn't handle that well at all. I had a lot of rage and anger, used to hit myself. It was bad. But we fast forward to now in my life, 37 years old. I smoked weed since then. Every single day from age at least 15 to this current year. 2 years ago I did quit for a couple months, and that was, I can't even believe I went back to it, but it was tough. My wife didn't want to quite give it up yet, and I'm still going buying it for her and smoking next to me in the house, and I thought that I could just do it at night, and yeah, then it became a daily thing again. Anyways, I'm over a month clean right now. I've been kind of trying to track that, but it's so much better knowing who you actually are in this life. And you can't actually know who you are when you're on a substance. You just can't. And you can justify it all you want, whatever. You can think it's way good for you. You can think whatever you want. And sure, it might be good for some who are in incredible pain and this and that, and they don't want to take opiates and things to that nature. I mean, my mom's one of them. She's done it longer than I have. But she's also had like 9 back surgeries and 3 neck surgeries, so her entire spine is made of metal. So I mean, it's a little different for her. I am a healthy young man in mind, body, and soul, so there's absolutely there's no excuse for me to be doing something like that. And February 2021, February 2nd, I was saved by God. I had a mushroom experience once again where I became immediately sober on the mushrooms. I had a heat that came out of the inside of me that I couldn't even explain. It was such an incredible heat. And I was sober as a bird. Sober as could be on these mushrooms. That's never happened to me before. And I felt God, whatever you want to call him, I call him God, letting me know that I made my last poor decision. this life that I have is not my life. None of the lives that anybody has are their actual life. There's one life, and it's His. And He gives it to all of us. He gives it to all of us. And He was taking it from me. I can't park here. It's delivery driver parking only. But He was taking this life from me. His. And there's nothing I could do about it. So I begged and I pleaded and I whined and I cried. And I did everything I possibly could to figure out how to keep this life that I have, that I had been taking for granted for so long. And after that experience, I've been a changed man 1,000%. 1,000%. And my life, I got baptized later that year, and I have really been doing my absolute best in my heart to follow Christ and to live a life that is respectable, and I'll have dignity when I die. Because that was what was going on, is that my entire self was filled with pure regret on how I'd been living my life. How I'd been thinking of myself, how I'd been treating other people. And that's the thing, is that we all die. And it's much better to die with dignity in your heart than a heart filled with regret. So that is what this whole thing is about on my YouTube, Facebook, on my social medias, is that if I could just help any one person that has experienced some of the same things that I'm experiencing and that I've gone through in my life, this will all be worth it. Everything that I'm doing will be worth it. And I really could care less if there are people that are worried about what my car looks like right now, or whether I have any credibility or anything. Because yeah, over this whole entire lifetime that I've had, since I had that encounter with Christ when I was 16, 17 years old, my first one, I've been on just the wildest spiritual journey that you can imagine. Read at all the scriptures from all the different religions, spiritual books, self-help books, personal development, from Napoleon Hill, John Rohn, to the Bhagavad Gita, to I've been reading the Quran lately, to just knowing the Bible as much as I can inside and out. I feel like I do have some experience in being able to help others in their journey, in their souls, and their minds, and their bodies. And that is what this channel is about. That's what my mission is to inspire other people to know who they are inside their bodies, and to understand that they are not their bodies, that they are far, far more than that, and they are connected to something so much bigger than them. And if I can do that, I feel successful. I feel fulfilled in my life. And honestly, even if I don't do that, and I'm not able to do that, I feel fulfilled in my life because of the life giver, the one who gives me life. He fulfills me every day. And I have so much joy in my heart because he's helped me get rid of these vices that are so crippling and so debilitating. And I know I'm not the only one that has them. And I know that I can help other people because I'm finally facing the thing that I've needed to face for all these years, and that has been quitting smoking pot. I've quit cigarettes, I've quit hard drugs, I've quit drinking, which I didn't have much of a problem with, but I had done it and partied and stuff like that. I've quit pornography. I had a problem with that for a long time in my life. I've quit certain vices that most people still cannot do, but for some reason I justified the pot. But that was the last dragon. My wife always tells me that, oh, you can't be crying and stuff, can't be doing that on the camera. But I'll tell you what, that is the last dragon for me. And he has been slayed. And I want to help you guys slay your dragons. So if this resonates at all, please support me in a like, in a comment, and let me know where you're at. Let me know if I can help. Keep tuning into the content because it's not gonna stop at all, and it's only gonna get better because I'm learning as I go. I'm new to this thing, I'm new to the content creation, but I'm not new to being inspired, I'm not new to being passionate, and I'm not new to loving people. So if you like any bit of what you just heard or what you see, hit the subscribe button and you'll be able to see a lot more of it. But I gotta get this pizza and it's getting hot in here. So till next time, I love you guys. God bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in.